I am going to the Prana Pratishtha. I have received a special invitation, so I'm definitely going. And indeed, as you said, it's everybody is talking about the Ram Mandir today. I think it's an important occasion because for more than 500 years, we're not talking about politicians or others. Aam Janta, normal human beings, have been waiting for this temple for 500 years. And today is being opened. It may soon open to the public. So that way I think, see the name Ram is a big thing. Maryada Purusha, call him a perfect man. In fact, Valmiki started writing Ramayana only when he asked Narada, can you tell me of an proper Maryada Purusha, perfect person, who lives in this world, runs the country, and at the same time is highly spiritually evolved. Can you tell me the name? And Narada says to Valmiki, there is one Ram, who is the son of Dasharath, who lives in Ayodhya, who is a Maryada Purusha. And based on that, Valmiki, Adi Kavi, the first poet, writes the Ramayana. So I think it's an important thing that temple is coming up there, honestly.
Yes. So, sir, you very beautifully mentioned about Valmiki and Narada's conversation. So, how do you describe Lord Ram, and do you think Lord Ram and Ramayana are still relevant in the present?
Very much in the sense, again I am not speaking in a political way, okay. Ram from ancient times represents an ideal human being. An ideal human being is a principle that applies all over the world at all times. And therefore, the Ramayana, which shows how he lived and what he did and how he kept his word and never stepped back from it, wherever he went, Rishi stood up and said, you are an incarnation of Narayana, but Rama said, I am the son of Dasharatha. I am going in search of Sita, who's my wife, who has been taken away by Ravan. Nowhere you will hear even Rama himself in the Valmiki Ramayana say that I am an avatar. This is a sign of a humility that can come only through a perfect soul. And in India, Ram is linked with it. In fact, even when dead bodies are taken in the north to the cremation ground, what do people chant? Ram Nam Satya Hai, Ram Nam Satya Hai. So, I think Ramayana, if you lose the values that have been expressed in the Ramayana, of course, they have to be adopted to modern times and structures and so on, I think we'll miss and lose a great deal. So therefore, I think it is still relevant. And I would suggest that all youngsters please read the Valmiki Ramayana. Ramcharitmanas came much later, Tulsidas. I am talking about the original Ramayana. Not to say that Ramcharitmanas, but it is more of a doing with devotion, while Valmiki Ramayana is the original.
Sir, so the union government at present is stepping up a lot of spiritual investments, I would say. Say, for example, the Ram Janmabhoomi or the Kashi Vishwanath corridor or the Mahakaleshwar corridor in Ujjain. How do you see this?
I feel that this should have been done long ago. It's not something that should have been done now. We have had several years go by when nothing was done. You go to Banaras today, for instance, and you will see how clean the place is, right? So, it so happens, this government which is now happens to be from a particular party. So, it may come in for a lot of criticism. But I think what should have been done has been done now. Of course, because it has been done, there might be some other political gains and so on. I'm not denying that. I don't think it was done for that. We really required it. We have been waiting for years. When we had a Padayatra in 2018, we started this by cleaning. Our volunteers cleansed the ghats, and we coined a song called Shuddh Karo Kashi Ko Bhaiya, and that became so popular. The work started immediately after that. So I think all these are things which could have been done but were not done due to various reasons. I don't know what reasons. And now that it has been done, we should look at the positive aspect of it, that it is indeed a good deed.
So we're talking about it, and I just want to look at the other side. A lot of opposition parties are thinking not to attend the Ram Mandir inauguration. How do you see this?
Look, many opposition parties are saying, but many individuals from the opposition parties are saying that we won't attend the event, but we will come after the event is over with our families, with our whole, all our followers have been, nobody has restricted anybody from going. Laluji said he is not going. He did not restrict anybody from Bihar from going for the temple inauguration. So I think we should take it like that. There may be reasons why they don't want to go, but I don't think anybody is against Ram or the Ram temple. In fact, Laluji is famous for one act during Ram Leela when he jumped down from a jeep, those days when he was jeep, saying Ram, Ram, and fell down and broke his leg. It's not like that. No, Jai Shri Ram, he said, and jumped down the jeep and got a fracture. So.
Sir, and also the chiefs of Puri and Joshimath shrines have said that none of the Shankaracharyas will...
Now we are on very sensitive ground. Let me tell you this. You have some time, few minutes. Long ago, during the time of Dasharath and during the time of Ram, and even before the Upanishadic period, when the great Upanishads were taught by Vishwamitra, Vasishta, and the great Rishi Yajnavalkya, there was no institute of the Shankaracharyas. Point number, which is not bringing down their value, okay? I'm just saying this to understand, because many people don't look into these things. Now, Adi Shankara came first, and the greatest contribution of this, I don't know if good or bad, is that because of the advent of Adi Shankara, who is of course from my native Kerala, what is today Hindustan? Without the advent of Shankara, it could have turned into Buddhistan. Good or bad, but it could have. Today it is still Hindustan because of the advent of Adi Shankara. Adi Shankara, I am talking about the first. Now Adi Shankara established the 4 mathas in 4 places. There is also a 5th one in Tamil Nadu, which the Orthodox Shankara circle does not accept. There is Kanchi. And that Shankaracharya is probably going. The other 2 Shankaracharyas of Sringeri, for instance, and Dwarka, Dwarka, they have said that they will not go, but they have said everybody should go because it is Ram temple, is the name of Ram. For technical reasons, they probably don't go because when a Shankaracharya goes, there are some rules attached to it that they should be given the highest place, which is not working out. So probably this is the reason they are not going. They need umbrellas, they need the whole paraphernalia, which is not being done. I can understand. But none of the other 2 Shankaracharyas have said that people should not go to the Ram Mandir. Even the Sringeri Shankaracharya is on record. He said, I am not going due to various reasons, but people should go. Yes, now, so Shankara institutionalized the Dasanami Sampradaya, which is this order of the sannyasins who come from the Shankara Math. So this is the Shankara system of thought. We must understand that in this country there is not only the Shankara system of thought, there are many other mathas. Vaishnava mathas, there is the Natha Sampradaya, there is the Dattatreya Sampradaya. This country has anything that you ask. There is the Sikh Panth. So they are not under the Shankaracharyas. And most of the work done in the Ram Mandir is under the Ramanandi sect, who are Vaishnavas belonging to the Ramananda Sampradaya, the Ramanandi. It was not been done. And most of the work for the temple also has been done by Nitya Gopal Das and other saints who come from the Ramanandi. They are all coming. Because the Shankaracharya is not coming, well, it does matter, but important thing is all the other mathas. Adityanath belongs to the Nath Panth. Don't think of him as a chief minister. He may be representing the Gorak Math. You see this? So, in India it's complex. You cannot say because Shankaracharyas are not going, it's not part of the Hindu system. We cannot say that because there are many other systems. The great saint Gyaneshwar in Pune, Alandi, was a Nath Panthi. He did not belong to the Shankara. Which does not mean that I am saying that the Shankaracharyas are any less. First, you must understand that Shankara made the Hindu system strong. Second, great saints have been born among the Shankaracharyas. Great saints have been born in the past. Kanchi Paramacharya was a very important saintly person. Right? Whether you accept or not, the other mathas. Chandrasekhara Bharati of Sringeri Math was a great person. There have been such great saints in all the centers. So, but the importance is to Adi Shankara, not to the others, as far as I can see. Now we come to the most critical person who is most critical of this, the Nishchalananda Saraswati of the Puri Math. You cannot deny that he is a learned man. Impossible to deny. He has written 22 books on Vedic mathematics. He is a learned man. He is a jnani. All that is correct and he is not corrupt. Fine. But I don't know why he is saying this, because at least if he says, I don't want to go because of certain strictures which Shankaracharyas have to follow, he should say everybody should go there. Others should go. And I wish, with folded hands, I appeal to this person. I have met him in the Kumbh Mela. We had a discussion. He's a wonderful man. Why, I don't know that he's saying this. But with folded hands, I want to express his opinion that he blesses the Ram Janmabhoomi Pratishthan, Prana Pratishtha. I appeal to him actually that he blesses this, even though he is not going, and that he says everybody should please go and attend this function. I cannot understand. I know there may be rules and regulations which have not been, but it is Ram Mandir, right? And Ram is not for any Panth or any person. Look at the Guru Granth Sahib. Koi kahe Ram Ram, koi Khudai. You see this? So it's something to be associated with the spiritual. So I again beg the Puri Shankaracharya and others who descend, please bless this function. If you can't go, it is all right, but I'm sure they will go afterwards and not get angry about the situation.
Yes. So now talking about this, I want your opinion on another thing also. So there's an opinion that the inauguration is happening before the completion of the temple. So
here I have something to say. In all the Shastras, the Shilpa Shastras, the Vastu Shastras, the Tantra Samuchaya, which is all the texts on building temples, how to build temples. Nowhere has it been said that the Prana Pratishtha can be done only if all the temple structures are complete. Yes, the Garbhagriha has to be completed. What is a Garbhagriha? The sanctum sanctorum in which the idol is placed. That has to be completed. All Shastras agree on. This has already been done. In the Ram Mandir there, the Garbhagriha is already in place. Now the Vigraha will be kept and Prana Pratishtha will be done. Prana Pratishtha is invoking the Lord to come and stay in the image. This is what Prana Pratishtha is all about. As long as a Garbhagriha is there, there is no stricture on not doing Prana Pratishtha. 1. This is from the Shastric point of view. 2. Example. Somnath. There was no temple, Prana Pratishtha was done. Right? Adi Shankara himself, Swayam, did Prana Pratishtha of Badrinarayan which is Yogeshwara Vishnu, Narayana, in Badrinath. The temple came later. Rama himself, Ramji himself, did a Pratishtha of a Shivlinga in Rameshwaram. There was no temple in existence at that time. So, to say that entire temple should be completed is not really so correct, because if you look at the Shastras, as long as the Garbhagriha Sanctum Sanctuary is ready, you can do the Prana Pratishtha. This is my understanding. I am not competing with the great Acharyas who perhaps know more, but I am saying from my understanding.
Yes. So moving on, there's a lot of political opinions around the Sanatana Dharma. So what is Sanatana Dharma to you, and how do you see the political connotations around?
Yeah, it's like this. Sanatana Dharma is an ancient system of practices and understandings and philosophy which has come down to us even from Vedic times downwards for hundreds and thousands of years. This is Sanatana Dharma. Now if you say Sanatana Dharma, in that is included all the religious and spiritual practices that people do in this country. All are part of Sanatana Dharma. You cannot even take Buddhism out, you cannot take the Jains out, you cannot take the Sikh Dharma out. It's all part of Sanatana Dharma. If you use Sanatan as an ancient spiritual stream that has come to us from Vedic times down. You will see this. Buddhists also chant Om. Om Mani Padme Hum. Yak Omkar Satnam, everybody knows. Isn't this also part of Sanatana Dharma? The Jains, Namo Arhantanam, I bow down to the perfected ones. Then of course all the other Shastras which we have today, from Puranas to Itihasas to the Vedic and Upanishads, they are all part together Sanatana Dharma. Even in Sanatana Dharma, somebody can say that I don't believe in God with form. There is no harm out there. It's all inclusive. This is Sanatana Dharma. It's not a brand. It's a way of thinking and a way of spiritual growth. This is Sanatana Dharma. And it's very ancient. So I don't know why this kid. In Rama's time, there were still Charvakas who did not believe in God. They are also Sanatani.
Yes, sir. So, kind of the last question that I have, we are seeing a lot of initiatives across the globe to popularize yoga. So, do you think the outcome of all those initiatives are, reaping the benefits? And what do you think about the youth today, and whether they are interested in yoga and other spiritual activities?
That is something which I am personally very interested in. Spread of the yogic practices. We have our Bharat Yoga Vidya Kendra, which does a lot of work on yoga. I think since the time yoga has become an international phenomenon, this International Yoga Day is celebrated everywhere, no matter there are Hindus or no Hindus there. So yoga has become popular. A lot of research is going on in yoga, and they have found out it's good for the body, for the mind. And from there, of course, if somebody is spiritually inclined, they can go up. I think a great deal is happening as far as yoga is concerned. I can understand there are also yoga to keep slim, yoga to become beautiful. All this will happen. These are all spin-offs that happen. But yoga as such is, of course, becoming more popular, and a lot of work is going on in this matter. And we are also trying our best to promote the practice. Yoga has no religion. Yoga is a practice. Yoga's chitta vritti nirodha. This is the definition of yoga by Patanjali, which means yoga is freeing the mind from all distractions. That's it. If you stay with that, it's okay. In fact, I even wrote a book called Yoga Also for the Godless. So it's becoming more and more popular. I see lots of young people involved in it. It is good for the youth, because it keeps them away from indulging in substances and other things which spoil the brain and the mind and the body. It's a good trend. Now, since we are on the topic of the Ram Mandir, I want to quote a line from an old song which we all know. Janaki nath sahay kare jab, kon bigad kare nar tero. I want Narendra Modi ji, whose half name is Nara, to remember this song. If Janaki Nath is getting it done, who is going to destroy or spoil it? You don't have to worry, so go ahead. In a personal capacity, I am saying, not walk forward. And in the ancient Sistra, in the Ramakrishna mission, every evening they sing a Rama bhajan. And it is Shuddha Brahma Parat Pararam Kalatmaga Parameshwara Ram. So let's think of that, this temple, as a representation of Shuddha Brahma Parat.